So task 8 is all about taking the mix bus compression that's happening here and printing it to Pro Tools. Essentially, you might have decided that you really like the bus compression you're getting as you're mixing down, or it could be some outboard gear that you're using. Doesn't really matter, the process is exactly the same. So once you've got a sound you like and you want to capture it, you just need to set up a stereo file in Pro Tools and record it. So let's go into Pro Tools and have a look at that setup. Cool, so the first thing I need to do in Pro Tools is make a new stereo track, and I will call it bus compression because that's what I'm recording, and I'll set the inputs to, in this case, line in 15 and 16, but actually, as you'll see, it doesn't matter. Whichever line inputs I patch into on the patch bay are the ones I need to set it to record. I also want to make sure that I set the output to the master bus out. So the master out path in Pro Tools actually refers to the monitor out on the UAD, which is actually attached to external B on the master fader for monitoring. So it just means that because we're sending our master bus compressor, which is actually affecting the signal on the mix bus, we don't want to then send our output from Pro Tools back to the mix bus because we're going to end up with a feedback loop. So we are going to monitor external B via the UAD monitor section, so that we can happily send our signal through the mix bus for compression that we want to save. So we're going to have to go back to the patch bay here. So we need to find the mix bus out on the patch bay, which is the second row up from the bottom. You could actually do the record bus or the mix bus, and I can physically patch that into an input. Now here we can choose between the SSL line-ins, which are just the line inputs, say 15 and 16, which of course will go via direct out to Pro Tools. But if you've got your levels all right, you could actually just go straight into the Apollo line-ins and control it that way. So we're going to go through the SSL in this case because it's a signal flow test, but you could equally go through the Apollo direct and bypass the desk altogether. Yeah, and it would just work. So have a bit of a play around with the patch bay. So I've patched in my left and my right into the SSL line-ins. So if I scoot along to channels 15 and 16, and you can see here I'm on channel 15 and 16, I can press the flip button to change between mic to line signal on 15 and 16. See the level there on the meters coming straight in. That's ready to go out to Pro Tools. So if I was to adjust my makeup gain, you can see the effect on the channel there. I push it up and it'll clip. And so that's showing that the compressor output is going to channels 15 and 16, ready to record to Pro Tools. So as long as I record on Pro Tools, I can record the output of that compressor. Just be careful if you're playing back from Pro Tools like I am, you'll need to press the input button on the record channel so that you can see it while you're playing back. Of course, if you record, it'll just record in. So if I hit record, here we go, you can see that I'm getting some level recording in. I'm recording my loop down to Pro Tools with the effect of the bus compressor on it. And if I press stop there, I have achieved task number 8. If you go through those videos and practice doing all that, hopefully the SSL will be way less mysterious to you. Alright, I'll see you in class.